try not to miss out, because I have been struggling with this. I prepared this for you guys. The reason I spend time, that's just hope, you can be very good in English. That's what I expect. So recently, expect 期望 希望 That's what I expect. 那是我期望的。
Okay.
That is also a 倒装句。So honestly, only for you and fan, that's actually a good thing, The more simple, the better our conversation is going to be. Because honestly, the level for you guys, almost the same. Yeah. But that's normal, Most of the people come here, like my brother. His level is good, His friend, remember
Yes.
a few days ago, his friend beside him, her level is also good. So they are very enthusiastic, and they started to show the conversation. They are not shy. They feel very confident, and they just want to be able to have more opportunity to speak more English. So even though I say according to my regulation, if you stay here, you spend time to stay here, you just try not to speak Chinese, That's actually a waste of time if you come here and continually you still speak Chinese, So especially for people who really work on speaking English, learning English, that's very important, That's what I say, that the circumstance, the atmosphere, the way we speak, all the people around here, we just want to be able to hear more conversation in English. That's our motivation, our purpose. That's what we expect. So if we have a newcomer coming here, once they come inside, I just want to be very, very strict, 严格. So I make this rule. The only reason for that's because I don't want to hear any Chinese from people's mouth, That's very important. So more importantly, just push you to be able to open your mouth and speak more English. So only for 1 hour, only for 60 minutes. So if you really want to speak Chinese, you can speak Chinese with English. For example, some Chinese you don't know how to speak in English. You can speak English, not completely. It's okay, Mix with Chinese. That's actually okay. That's actually. By the way, so honestly, that's also a good habit, So try to get used to speaking more English. The more the better.
Habit.
Habit 就是习惯。Yes.
这我问过又忘记。
It's actually okay. So let's talk about what happened between you guys and I. Yeah, you
Do
came
you know
here.
the one sales who introduced the products and who was he was working holiday in Australia?
Really?
Do you know the salesman who come here?
For now?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, I don't know.
I miss his time.
Really?
Yes.
The person you say he sells optical lens?
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Hong
company.
Kong.
Oh, okay. So
I miss this opportunity. Good opportunity.
oh, that's actually okay. Because that's a story. That's a very good thing to talk about. To be able to talk more more deeper, much deeper, because talking about something, much deeper. Because a few days ago, I had one salesperson come here, and he was going to persuade me to order lenses from their company. And very coincidentally, you were also here, right?
Yeah, I was here.
With me, and he could speak English very well. That's just because his company is not from Taiwan, from Hong Kong. And actually, honestly, most people there, they have more international knowledge, especially for language. Most of them, they are good at speaking English. Not as perfect as American people. That's for sure, that's okay, but they can speak and communicate with anyone. And we're also very happy for our conversation, right? And Ben misunderstood about something. 他误解了 misunderstood our conversation because the person was saying he is planning to come back next day in the morning, and Ben thought what he said was for afternoon, the meeting for afternoon.
Yeah.
So he came here afternoon, and the person was coming here in the morning, so they didn't meet each other.
I miss it.
Yeah, you missed out because the Ben was also very diligent, 勤劳. He was also very enthusiastic, 非常热情. He is not able to give up. 他不会放弃 any opportunity to speak English with anyone. So he decided, 他决定 he decided to come back and meet with that salesperson. But misunderstanding, the mistake that's from our conversation, because probably not very clear because we speak English. If we speak Chinese, it's actually impossible to happen. Impossible. But we speak English, So the person said he was coming here, but I do remember the time he said it is going to be next day in the morning, and Ben thought that was for the meeting afternoon. So that's why you come here for different time. So it's no wonder you lost a chance to speak with that guy. That's optical lens salesperson. He is actually very good at English because his father worked in Hong Kong, and the company also recently, over these past few years, he said, the company was going to stay here for more customers, and he was the salesperson for that company, and he is planning to find more customers from all the optical shop stores here in Taiwan. Yeah. So he started to visit me, and hope he wish I could become his customer. But the lens, for their price, it is expensive. It's too expensive, So more expensive than the suppliers, 比较贵, more expensive than more than the supplier I cooperate for now. 比我现在配的厂商还贵. More expensive than the suppliers I cooperate with. 这也是一个倒装句. Cooperate 就是配合, supplier 就是这个厂商. More expensive. Be more expensive than the supplier that I cooperate，、我配合的厂商。这个是 that's very obvious， 这是一个明显的倒装句。So remember I told you before, the more you learn about 倒装句你学越多 ，the better your English going to be. That's culture， 这是文化 ，the way they speak, that's a language. They also use 倒装句。Actually, it's actually opposite of the sentence we use. Opposite. Last time I told you this word opposite. 颠倒。So, so that's what happened between Ben and I. And for you? Nothing happened. Okay.
I create a channel for my daughter. I think I spend too much time and too much 精力。
经历哈。Undergo. Yeah, you can say just experience. 经验。
experience
经验。
花太多精力在上面。
Lots of experience.
对。So I think I need to balance my life after work. 是下班后。
After work. Yeah.
After work.
Because I should spend some time to work out and spend some time to learn English, but few weeks I almost focus on the video channel.
Honestly, it's actually okay. Like what I told you before, the more or less, more 多或少. Even though you just spend 1 hour a week, but you just spend 1 hour a week, the way you learn, you can have that is for 1 hour.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Even though you spend 1 hour, 即使是你花1个小时, the way you learn, 你学的这个过程, that is the 1 hour you have. 那也是你这1个小时可以得到的。
Yes.
That's what you deserve. 那是你可以得到的。Only for 1 hour.
Yes.
That's also counts as 算 C-O-U-N-T. That it also counts as accumulation. 那也算是一种 little bit 累积 accumulation.
Yes, so I'm so thank you. You give me chance and give me press 压力。
Yeah, that's okay. But honestly, in the beginning, it's very seldom. 对我来讲很少 seldom for me to teach people in front of a group of people. That's also a challenge. Do you know challenge for me? So I think that's what I have to face. Face 就是面对。That's what I have to face. Remember this 倒装句 few weeks ago. What you have to say, what you have to do, who you have to say, what I have to talk about. So that's actually a challenge for me, but that's what I love to do. I love doing this way, because when I was a little kid until now, I never experienced about that. But because most of the time I sell glasses in front of a customer, that's actually different from the way you speak in front of a lot of people. That's actually different, So that's what I hope, one day, you can also stay here. Have you ever experienced about to speak not only for not really for English, to be able to have a speech to talk about something in front of a group of people? Have you ever experienced about that?
I really want to, but 我的专长 is software, so it's not only like you teach English, just need to some chair or table can beginning, but I need to computer and software is very troublesome. Yes.
Yes, because you know what, most of people, I mean, you know, if you never experienced about, you know, speaking in front of thousands of people, that's actually a challenge, you know. I feel very, very nervous if I really have chance to speak in front of that's not talk about 1,000 people, 100 people.
Yes.
You're gonna be very nervous, very much. So from now on, you know, especially for me to teach you, for now, just 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, at the most 5. And it's going to become more and more and more, 10 people. That's what I expect. That's what I want to take a challenge. The more the better, you know. Speaking in front of 1 person, 2 people, 5 people, 10 people, 100 people, thousands of people. That's actually different. So
Actually,
that's what
I have experience to speak to maybe 100 people because
have you ever experienced?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
How do you
Because
feel?
when I am a student, learn from 逢甲大学. Yes. I think I am very nervous, but actually I speak is well. 还不错. But when I stand here, I speak like auto. I think I can think too much. I just say like auto.
Okay, I understand. Because before you speak, you memorize a lot of things first, right?
Yes.
But what I say, you know, when you stay in front of a lot of people, you never prepare. You don't prepare. Just happen suddenly. What I'm trying to say, you know, you speak, but somebody push you to speak in front of 1,000 people, but you never prepare. You have to speak without preparing. 没有准备的情况之下 without preparing. Have you ever experienced about that?
No.
That's actually a challenge. Like what I'm doing right now, I also prepare this, and I was thinking about what I am going to talk about with the band, with Sam, with someone else. But what I'm trying to say is, without preparing, 没有准备 without preparing, and somebody push you to stand in front of 1,000 people, 100 people. Have you ever experienced about that? That's actually a very, very big challenge.
But I think it also can be prepared because someone say speaking is almost every time， 就是他每次讲的内容并不会差太多，就几个故事在讲，有些名人。
But it's actually the way you speak. You have to introduce for yourself. 自我介绍。
Yes.
For example, I grew up in 丰原, but I graduated from Zhongshan, and then my hobby is something like that. It's the way in the beginning. If you say this way, you know, it's going to become not very nervous. But if you focus on something different from introduction, 跟介绍不一样的话, you're gonna feel very, very nervous. Because if you try to introduce for yourself, how are you and what is your job, what do you do for now, and I'm married, I have 2 kids, something like that, you know, that's actually not that difficult, not that hard. The hardest part, that is, you know, somebody push you to speak in front of people, but the way you speak, that is for something very professional, different from introduction, 跟自我介绍不一样. Yeah, like what I did last time right there, I was kind of nervous, but because I had to speak two language at the same time. That's actually a challenge for me. But I think I can overcome. I can make it better one day.
Okay.
So let's start with this. So I do remember this obsess I told you before. Do you remember obsess?
Yes.
Obsess. I started to obsess with English. You can say I started to obsess with my salon business. I started to obsess with doing exercise. I started to obsess with making more money for my family. I started to obsess with playing guitar. I started to obsess with making coffee. I started to obsess with
Go around China.
yeah,
And-
traveling, go sightseeing, something like that. So obsess can be for this kind of situation. Obsess. So I started to obsess
with the pretty girl.
yeah, pretty girl. Or the knowledge of glasses. Knowledge is power. So I started to obsess with the knowledge of glasses. I started to obsess with this because I am very curious about this. Wherever I move, it's going to face me automatically. That's very interesting. Okay, there's like a robot. Do you know robot mean?
Yes.
Robot.
机械手
Yeah.
Robot 机械人
Robot
Robot. Okay.
也可以说机器人
Yeah.
但
Can be 机器
对，
人。
但是业界好像都变成在讲机械手
Robot. Yes. Okay.
robot
So number 2, insane.
insane
Insane. I think you are not very. You don't understand this very much for this insane, but you do understand. You do realize. You do figure out about one word, crazy.
Crazy.
But they are actually the
Insane.
same.
Okay.
Insane.
Insane.
It's insane with me. It's insane with him. He's going to be crazy because he spent too much money. He overly spent all his money, and he is going to become poor. He's going to become, no money at all. So he doesn't have money for his life. He's going to be crazy. It's very insane with him. Or it's insane with someone. I told you last week I had one customer. Every week the customer always buy glasses and regularly, and every week and every Monday. Do you believe that? That's true. That's happening recently. I have one customer, but the glasses he bought always 888. Monday 888. Hey boss, I want 888. Okay, writing down how much money. I give you 1,000, and I pay the customer for the balance. Next Monday, 888 again. Every single week. It has been more than 4 months. The customer was insane. A little bit. Have you ever heard of that? 你有听过吗? Some people they are sad, they are unhappy, they spend money for their mood. 心情不好, they are not in a good mood. So they spend money for that kind of thing. Do you know that?
Almost everyone.
Almost everyone.
Just buy different things.
Yeah, but the person, it is insane a little bit, insane with him. Every Monday, next time if you have chance to stay here, I'll let you know who the person is. Do you believe that that's true? That's happening recently in my store. Every Monday at the same time, every morning, about 11 o'clock, and the person always coming here and say, hey boss, I want AA again. And I asked, last Monday you bought, and Today, from now, you're going to buy again? Yes, I'm going to buy. I'm not in a good mood. I feel very unhappy, so that's why. 心情不好，很不爽，来这里配眼镜。
Does she pick a very long time?
Pick what?
Glasses model.
Yeah, a little bit longer.
Oh.
How do you know?
I-
Because almost 1 hour. Almost 1 hour. And in AAA, even though that's just a little bit.
Maybe she doesn't need the glass, but he needs the experience.
Oh,
I guess.
Yeah. That's what you guess. That's what you guess. Like what I'm talking about now. You guess, you can say that's what I guess.
That's what I guess.
这样讲来，你不要说 I guess，这个是比较普遍的句型啊。但是外国人他就想 That's what I guess. That's what I am thinking about. 这个就是倒装句。所以说我希望你训练成 I guess， 你就讲 That's what I guess， 养成习惯就是变成说这个就是我猜的那样子。That is what I guess， 跟 I guess 哪一个听起来你好像英文比较厉害，对不对？有没有道理？
对。
Does it make sense? It does.
And I think if you want to say a sentence, encode too many information, you need to use 倒装句。
倒装句 ，Yes, that's true. Okay, number 3. I'm into means I am really into our conversation. 我沉浸于 I am really into doing exercise. I'm really into some specific music. Specific, can you still remember specific? 专门的音乐。I am really into some specific knowledge. 专门的知识。I am really into some specific knowledge, optical glasses, something, whatever. Okay. I am into. Okay. I am into. 跟 obsessed 有一点点一样 a little bit the same, but actually they are different, Because I'm into 这些都用在形容词 I'm into our conversation. Obsessed. I started to obsess. 沉浸 Okay. If we are talking about 沉浸 and 着迷 in Chinese, are they the same?
Yes, the same.
着迷跟沉浸有没有不一样？我说中文的话，
好像还是可以有一点不一样。
不一样哈。
沉浸好像会带到一个环境的问题。
哦，对。那这个 这个就是 in Chinese translate in Chinese directly 直接它就是英文直接意思就是沉浸的意思。Okay. Number 4.
It's very long.
Physiologically. Logically. What else can you remember what else I was talking about? That's just 副词. If you want to learn more English, you start to learn more about 副词. Physiologically, I could barely do exercise too much. 生理上的表现来看的话，我没有办法，我很难去做很大量的运动。Physiologically, I could barely stand all day long for work. Otherwise, I feel stressed out. 压力很大。那 next one, psychologically. I told you before.
Yes.
Psychologically, 就是心理上。Psychologically, I started to feel unhappy. Psychologically, the space here, it's very small. Psychologically, I feel uncomfortable. 觉得很不舒服。The space, especially for the 天花板怎么说？
我只在屋顶 flow。
FLO 啊
I forgot, but I remember I spoke this word before, but I suddenly forgot. 天花板 This 天花板 is too not very high, it's too short, and I feel uncomfortable. Psychologically, I feel uncomfortable. 天花板 Ceiling 对啦 Ceiling Okay, by the way, you need to meet someone. 顺道一提 By the way,顺便来讲 By the way, you by the way, I prefer to be able to teach you like this way because two people more simple, because some people they are very good at English and they can be very free to show their English. But for you guys, you are not very good at English, not like them, you are not going to show them very natural. So that's why, I prefer to teach you like, you and them, because you guys, two people, you are almost the same. Okay. By the way, panic, 慌，这个字是动词，它没有形容词。I started to panic. 我觉得这个词性你们也要去了解。我觉得词性好像很重要。有些东西动词是只能够加 to， 有些是可以加 be 动词。比如说 I started to panic， 你不可以讲说 I am panic， 这是错的。panic 它是动词，动词一定要跟 to 结合。我觉得这个基本的文法我也需要跟你讲。I started to panic when I have a speech。我演讲的时候，我开始觉得很慌。I started to panic if I have lots of customers. I started to panic when I have no money. I started to panic when I spend lots of money away. 这个就是 panic. That's what my wife said this very often, Panic.
I started to panic when I haven't enough money.
You start to panic again. 你又开始慌了。中文会不会这样讲？会啊。You start to panic again. 你又开始慌了。
Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Be cool.
Yeah.
Relax.
Take it easy. Okay, next one. Number 8, expertise. 专门知识。My expertise is all about glasses. Your expertise is all about what?
Software.
Software. Your expertise is all about
my expertise is all about wood.
Yes.
Wood.
It's all about your expertise, So 你的专门知识。Expertise. If you say it separately, 如果拆开来讲话 you can say specific knowledge. 专门 specific 这个字应该不陌生。knowledge
技能。
知识。specific 就是专门的意思。specific 是非常非常 common， 真的很 common。Number 9, prediction. Your prediction is precise. 你的预测很准。
Precise.
You can say your prediction is accurate. Accurate 也是准。accurate. Accurate. Accurate. Precise. 你的预测很准。Yeah, your prediction is very precise. So why do you not tell us early? 为什么不早点说？Your prediction is precise. Like, my wife say, my prediction is precise. Stop talking about someone that is bad person, bad people, the person is going to take advantage of you， 要利用你。The person is going to use you， use 其实也是可以当利用。In English, using someone that's not good. We have to help someone, you know, and help each other. And the friendship, not friendship, 友谊 is going to become longer forever and ever. Okay. So, number 10, gradually.
Gradually.
You will know it. You're gonna be able to know it gradually. Sooner or later. 逐渐的。The color of your glasses, the color of my glasses is going to become no color gradually. 就变得没有颜色 getting fade, 褪色。Okay, getting fade. So getting fade, fade 是 F-A-D-E, 褪色的意思。Gradually. Number 11. It's actually common. I think it's not. I mean, you know, it's very I think you are very familiar with. 很熟悉 with this ASAP, as soon as possible. Typing line 在打 line 的时候 many people like typing this 很喜欢打 ASAP 尽快。Do you have any impression? 有没有印象 ？ASAP.
Yes.
就是它的字就是 from these 4 English words. It's all from as soon as possible. A, the first letter A is the first of S. The second one S is the first of soon. The number 3 A, that is also the first of S. P, the last one, is going to become the first of possible. The first of possible is P. Possible 的第一个是 P. 还有 something else. 英文的 of 是颠倒的，比如说第一个的 possible 的 P 就做 the first of possible. The first of a possible. The first of a possible. Possible 的 P. It is P. So ASAP. Soon is the first word of soon. Soon 的第一个字是 S. The first one of soon. The first one of soon. 第一个的 soon. The first 好像中文也是一样哦。The first one of soon. Soon 的第一个是颠倒哦。Soon 我要讲的意思是说，第一个 soon 的第一个字是 S。英文是 the first one of soon is S. Of 有没有 the first 第一个 of soon 的第一个 is S. S-O-O-N 那个 of 有没有？比如说
one of them.
Yes, one of 好像是颠倒的，应该是颠倒哈。
对 ，one of them 他们其中一个那中文。
One of them 他们其中一个，
对 ，one of them。
对 ，one of them, one of those glasses. One of 其中一个是 one of them 的意思，对，因为 them 是受。
One of
those glasses is missing， 其中一只眼镜不见了。对，这个 of 跟中文颠倒的哦，好像是哦。The lens of glasses 眼镜的镜片 ，the lens， 只是我想习惯了，但是你们要稍微去抓一下 ，the lens of my glasses 我的眼镜的镜片。对啊，颠倒啦，对不对？The monitor of the smartphone 手机的荧幕。对啊，颠倒的。这个英文这部分好像也是颠倒。The water of this cup 这杯水。
The king of war。
对 ，The king of
King of
对 ，King of Pop， 摇滚乐之
哦，对。
对啊，颠倒。对，
King of
这个 of 是颠倒，要养成习惯。有时候你可能一开始逻辑会去抓不过来，可是你要把那个 of 要颠倒想。The king of pop is Michael Jackson。对啊，颠倒的。
就有点像他们地址跟我们地址的写法。
颠倒。
对，
这个部分是颠倒的。Number 12, individual need， 个人需要。
Individual need.
Individual need. According to individual need, you still have to buy. 基于个人需要，根据个人需要，你还是必须买。个人需要。Number 13, put up with.
Put up.
忍受 I can't put up with being messy， 我无法忍受很乱。I can't put up with your personality。personality 你知道是个性，我无法忍受你的个性。I can't put up with this customer because the customer is always coming for the glasses to complain。有没有？这个又是倒装句，不要说 for complaining。for 后面就是加动词 ing 啊，要不然加一个受词。对，那所以 for these glasses 名词 to complain。对。Number 14, coach。coach 它其实当动词是引领，当名词是教练。
coach。
有没有印象 ？coach 是教练的意思，名词啊。但是当动词它是引领。I'm going to coach you through any obstacle。我要带领你度过任何的障碍。I'm going to coach you through any obstacles.
Coach.
That's what I guess, you know. The number one I told you before. Number two I told you before as well. Number three. Number psychologically, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8. So that's what I repeat. Prediction, I never told you. I do remember. 我有记，我真的记 prediction. Gradually, I never told you. As soon as possible, I never told you. Individual need, I never told you. Put up with, I never told you. Coach, I remember I told you. So today, you know, very good thing for you because the way I teach you that's for review. 复习啊。Okay. Yeah, do you really have an impression 有印象吗 from these? Some of them?
Yes, some of them.
No, some of them. 打上去啊。Some of them, but not most of them. But just I think 1, 2, 3. I never told you, but most of them I told you before. So it's about it's 10 minutes. That's actually okay. We can speak Chinese.